So welcome to possibly the last ETS2 editor tutorial video I really plan to do. I was building up to this for quite a while. I was dreading doing it in one sense, but in another sense I really wanted to do it because it is the most complex, in-depth part of map editing you might do. It might not look a lot when I mention what we're going to go over, but when you actually do it for yourself, you'll see how complex it is, especially the first time. You know, when you've done it once, twice, or three times, it becomes second nature, just like riding a bike. This video will not be done in one take. I will have to record part by part and then refer back to one of Arias's or Arias is his video of how it's done. Watch that part of the video and then I will go back and then do it on my video and then put those parts together, if that makes sense. I know what I mean, but I'll go over it as best I can because his video is an hour long. I don't want to make this an hour long. So to get started, before in the editor you didn't need to extract your files, but because we are going to be doing and using definition files and using country files, company files, etc., we're going to need to extract the game file. Well, a few of them. So make a new folder on your desktop and call it ETS2 extract, or something that you know is where your extracted files are going to be. So on the right here, we have ETS2 extract and all the extracted folders. And below we have the SCS files and the SII files. As you can see down the bottom, SCS extractor. This is the program that extracts the information from these SCS files. Links to that will a link to that will be in the description. Now, to find your files, you want to navigate to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Euro Truck Simulator 2, and you should see this bin licenses. You should have, well, you will have base.ses, core, def, and then all your DLC. So we've got Balkan, Baltic, the new DAF, Going East, Viva la France, Heavy Cargo, Iberia, Italy, etc. Now you're only going to want to extract the base, the def, and any map DLC you wish to use resources from. Don't worry about toys, don't worry about Rocket League or Oversize or anything like that. You want to copy them. So for example, copy, go into the extraction folder and paste. We've already done it, but just to show how it's done. Now you would take your SCS file, click and hold, put that on top of the SCS extractor.exe, and you should, or you will get a command prompt. As it's got 22,000 entries, it's going to extract all that information and put it into its own folder. You let this run its course, do not close the command prompt. When it's finished, it will close on its own. And we're just going to wait for that. So you can see I may have to speed the video up. Oh, there we go, okay. And that's how you do it. You want to do that for DLC Balkan, DLC Baltic, any map DLC you've got. It's important you do it for base as well, as it's nearly 6 GB. That will take quite a while. So I recommend doing that first, and then def, and then Baltic, Balkan, Baltic, East, France, whatever DLC you've got. Click, drag on to the extractor. Let it do its thing and it will close. And then you get the extracted information where you need it. So for example, let's look in def, city, aberdeen.sci. So my screen's a bit stretched, I'll have to lower it so everyone can see properly. You'll see city data, city name localized, country. Now we are going to be altering these for our own map. It won't be called city.aberdeen. It won't be called Aberdeen here. It will not be called Aberdeen here. We're going to be changing this line, this line, this line, and this line. we are not going to worry about the map offsets. We're not going to worry about vehicle brand or license plate or anything like that. I will leave a link in the video to a writer's tutorial who will go over that in better detail than I can. That is for him to tell you and not me. So once you've got those extracted, we will go into the editor actually, and we will get the cities made up. Just a simple road, one company in each city. So I'll do that next, and I'll see you a bit. I'm gonna pause the video now and then come back to the video when I've done that. For the second part of the tutorial, it's going to be getting files and making files and folders for our mod. First thing you want to do on your desktop, right click, go to new and click folder. Now this is what our new map is going to be called. So for example, just call it ETS2 map mod. Open that up. And also open up the ETS2 extract the files we extracted. Once they're done, go into the def folder, scroll down to the SII file until you see city.sii. Copy that into ETS2 map mod and paste. You should see a list of all the cities, or some. Maybe it's all, who knows. As long as you've got the list that looks like this, that's exactly what you need. Next, in our ETS2 map mod folder, we're going to right click, go to new, and make a new folder. I'm going to call this for now city. Next on our list, we are going to need the country.sii file. So in your ETS2 extract and def folder, go down to the SII file and find country.sii, copy into your ETS2 map mod folder and paste that in. So now you should have a city folder, a city.sii file, and a country.sii file, which when opened shows you a list of all the countries in the game. Australia, Belgium, Bulgaria, Norway, Poland, etc. And there's also all the countries are donated by a number. If you see this list, you've got the correct one. And we are also going to need a folder named country. So right click, new folder, just type in country. So now we should have a city folder, a country folder, a city.sii file, and a country.sii file. Next up, we are going to have to change the names of the city and country.sii file so they don't get confused with the base game. So we're going to go city.fakemap.sii and in country, whoops, will be country.fakemap.sii. So you should have city.fakemap.sii and country.fakemap.sii. Next, we need a city file. So in your ETS2 extract folder, go to the def folder and go into the city folder. You'll get a list of cities. So let's choose aberdeen.sui, copy that in your ETS2 map mod folder into city and paste that in. Now we need to rename this aberdeen.sui file. So let's just call it my map Okay, my town. Open that up. City, my town, city name in capitals, capital M, my town, like that. City name localized, again, my town in lowercase. Country is going to be fake land. Don't worry about these down here, just these 4 lines. File, save. Back into the ETS2 map mod folder. We're going to need to tell the game the name of our city. So open up city.fakemap.sii. Go down to the bottom. Highlight them all, apart from that one. Near the very bottom, keep the bracket. Go all the way up. Keep the top line like that. Delete and delete that. But you should have include city Aberdeen and this bracket. But it's not called Aberdeen. It's called my town, or whatever you've named your city. So it should read city, my town, or whatever you've named it, .sui, save, close. Now we need to define our country. So open country.fakemap.sii. These are the list of all of the codes of the real country, so don't alter those. So from line 36, highlight up, leave 1, delete, remove the space. So line 11 and line 12 should just be there. And our country, fake land. Save, close. Now we have to do the country files, because in our country folder there's nothing. So in your ETS2 extract folder, go to def folder, go into country folder, and you'll have a list of folders of the country and a list of the SUI files. You'll need one of each. So let's take the Austria folder, Control and click, and austria.sui, hold Control and click. As you can see, both are highlighted. Control and C, copy that into your country folder in your ETS2 map mod folder and paste those 2 in. Now we need to change a country file into your country folder. Open up austria.sui. In country.data, fake land in lowercase. Now, because the country ID goes up to 202 of real countries, ours is not real. So we don't conflict with the other ones. Type in 203. The name, remove this, type in capital F and then fake land like that. Name localized, lowercase, fake land, country code, FL for fake land. So you should have country data, country.data.fakeland, country ID should be 203, name capital F and then fake land, name localized, 2 @ symbols, fake land and 2 @ symbols, and country code, whatever you've named it. If you've named it Bobstown, you'll put BT, for example. And that's pretty much that wrapped up. File and save. And you're done with that. Now for step 3, you're going to need to open the editor and create a very basic map. As you can see, we have a junction, 3 roads, a garage on the right, and a dealership on the bottom. Depending on what dealership you choose, you will have to edit your city file. At the bottom, just to the right, you'll notice we have coordinates 55, 0 and -37, keep those in mind because they will become relevant. Go into your country folder, ETS2 map mod country, open the austria.sui file. Change it here. So in position will be 55. Keep it 0 for level. We'll change that in a bit. Minus 37 to reflect what we've got or had in the editor before my mouse hit it. File, save, and close. Now a bit more folder work. After you've made a map, we're going to have one city over here on the right and another city over here on the left. So when you've made your city, however big or small you want it, file, save as, save it as whatever you want. I've already done it, so you won't need it. Now right click, new folder, type in def. You're going to highlight the city, country, and the two SII files, put them into the def folder. It should look like that. You'll have ETS2 map mod, def, and then city folder, a country folder, a city.fakemap.sii file, and a country.fakemap.sii file. Go back to the main folder. Right click, new folder, and type in map. Now go to your Eurotruck Simulator 2 folder in your documents. Go to mod, user_map. Go into map, and you should see these files or something similar. In your fake map folder, you'll see the sectors that you've made. You want to highlight the fake map folder and the fake map.mbd file. Copy, open map, and paste. So now you should have your def folder with these 4 files, and your map folder with fake map and the MBD. Right, now we need to create an archive of these 2 files. So in the main ETS2 map folder, we'll call it for now, highlight def and map, right click, add to archive. Click on zip, change the extension to SCS, and click OK. And you should have this. When you open it, you'll see def and map. There should be no folder in between opening it. Now it's important after you make any changes in the map editor to copy it back into your mod. So open up the SCS file, fake map, in your sectors. Open up the user map, fake map. As you can see, the modified date here, 7:28 PM, but the modified date here is 8:13. Copy all these sectors, click into the SCS file. Okay, sorry. Highlight them all, move them over, and click yes. And now they've got the same date, so you can close this. And because you've copied over the new sectors, you don't need user map anymore. Keep the SCS file, do not delete that. So when you right click and run as admin, file, open, fake map, open. You can see it's saved our changes. That's what you should see when you open the editor now. Go into your ETS2 map mod def folder. We're going to set up the company now. Right click, new folder, and call it company. In your ETS2 extract folder, go to def, company, and we're going to look for GNT because our prefab in the map is GNT. But I'll show you that quick. You do that by adding and removing signs as well as the variant. If you choose the Z variant, you will choose the Z in the company list here. Ours is GNT. So open company here. On the left, copy the GNT folder and paste it into the company folder on the right. Open that up. Remove in and out folder. Open the editor folder. You will see a list of SII files. Delete all but one. And rename this to the town where your company is in. So ours would be my town. Now regarding towns, I could only make one town. I've tried to make my town 2, our town, fake town. By just copying and pasting and renaming files, it will not work. I do apologise for that. For now, you're going to have to make do with just one town delivering cargo to and from it. I'm not sure what's causing it. So anyway, open the SII file, company def, remove Bastia, call it your town name, and again in city. Should be like that. Save, close. Now on to our second company. As you can see, it is Jimmy. And the way to find it out, press P, click on the red node, magnifying glass at the top left. With it selected here at the bottom, it should be prefab 330. Company, and we're going to look for Jimmy now. There we go. Copy, and in def and company, we are going to paste it. Again, open it up, remove in and out. Open the editor folder, remove one of these SII files, leaving one, and again, rename to my town. Open it up, remove the company def name here, and rename it to my town. And again, on city, my town. As you can see, prefab 330 like we had before, because we've copied the Chimmy folder over to ours. Save and close. Should look like this, or similar. Now, once you've copied the definition files over, just show you quickly. So when your mod is all packed, which I'll show you how to do, into your def you should have city, company with 2 files, folders, country like that, city.fakemap and country.fakemap. Yeah, we don't need that, I don't believe. So right click, run as admin. Go to file and open fakemap. As you can see on the screen at the top right, it doesn't look like the company's there. If we go over here again, there's no company name. Click save at the top left. And as you can see, it now says Jimmy here. And if we move cursor, at the top right here is Jimmy. And if we move over, GNT is here as well as by the cursor at the top right. That's how it should look. So theoretically, we should be able to take a job from GNT and deliver it to Chimi and vice versa. Save, close. One more important thing, do with the editor, we open it up. It's to do with AI traffic and prefabs and where they shouldn't really be going. Ow. Alright, open the map up again. Now, as you can see, green lines here indicate which way traffic's going. But we don't want traffic going up here. It's just going to vanish when it hits this point and appear from this point onwards. So what you do, P for properties, click this to highlight this bit of road, and at the top you want to click no AI vehicles. Turns off spawning of AI vehicles on this prefab. Click OK. As you can see, it's gone a dark green now. So these lines allow traffic to go down and up and left and right. They cannot go down here now. And the same needs to be applied for any road leading to a prefab or to a garage or to a dealership. So don't highlight this. Highlight the road segment you don't want them driving on. No AI vehicles for that one. As you can see, now it's dark green. And down here, this node, no AI vehicles here. Now ideally, you wouldn't end like this. You'd have a road going across, continuing left to right with one up, one down. You wouldn't have a company, a garage, and then a dealership. Just to show you how the turning off AI traffic works. And again on this, can we do it? Yes, no AI vehicles. So no AI traffic is going to spawn here, 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 or here. It can spawn here and all the way along. So again, leading up to the company, we don't want any traffic. No AI vehicles, okay. And down here, no AI vehicles and okay again. You don't need to do it for this because it's connected directly to the prefab. There's no road there. Just to cover that, pretty important. It can look pretty ugly, especially when you've got vehicles spawning and driving where they wouldn't do in real life anyway. And that was that. Right, and now the finale, the reward for all the hard work you've done. Gonna test the map. Go to manage profiles, make a new profile quick. Let's go to mod manager first. As you can see, we have the mod enabled here. Just any old thing. Don't forget to change playing module to fake map or whatever you've named it. Do not click Europe. Click create. Yeah, keyboard, whatever, just to test it. Now the only downside, as you can see, it's still using the ETS2 background map because we haven't changed it. I may do that on another video, or I may link to a source that shows you how to do it. As you can see, my town in fake land. Confirm selection. M on the map, and there you go. That's what it should look like. Company here, garage, truck dealership, and a garage here. Obviously there's no scenery, it's just road. The bare basics. As you can see, GNT trailer. So we are going. Let me just turn the game sound down a little bit because you probably can't hear a thing I'm saying. Right, trying that again. As you can see, we are going from fake town to fake town. And fingers crossed the garages work. We're just going to double check it. It should do. There should be no reason why it wouldn't work. Can't remember why that garage doesn't work. Strange, but okay. Let's try the DAF dealership. There we go. Okay, we've got to rename that, but that's just a simple edit in a file. I think I know what's causing that anyway. But yeah, as you can see, it does work. It's just purely changing the name from Scania to DAF in an XML. Which when you do the process in the video, you'll know how to do it anyway. You'll see it in there. Not too sure why garages aren't working. I don't believe they need any definitions to be added or edited, etc. Only weird thing is there's no green icon, so I don't know what's going on there. If I find out, I'll let you know, because it should appear. And it's not. Which is rather weird. There's the dealership. I'm just going to see what this one comes up as. These might both be Scania, or one might be DAF, I'm not too sure. It looks like I've already discovered it anyway. Yeah, okay, that's probably still Scania, just... Yeah, as I said, a simple fix in a text document. There's nothing too drastic, we've got the main bit working, which we need. And here we are at Jimmy. And there you go, delivery complete. From my town to my town. Oh, hang on. Maybe that's why. Let me just have a gander. Let me just have a look actually. I'm just going to double check it quickly. As you can see, jobs. Fingers crossed this works. Maybe needed to have the first delivery done before we could do the garage. Look at that tiny old trailer. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't. We'll have to come back to that at some point. But the main bit works. Don't worry about the traffic disappearing. You'd obviously have a road going straight across and not ending in 3 different prefabs. Okay, hang on. Let me just go around the back here, unless we need to go around the back. Oh, we can. Yeah, it's been a while since I bought a small garage. So that looks like everything's working. Oh, not used to driving with a keyboard. I'm only using the keyboard to show you it does work. Right. Okay, that'll do. Not going to bother about that, but yeah, it works. You just got to drive into it. Depending on what garage you place down, obviously. Whoops. So yeah, that's the how you can make maps. You can go wild and make stupendously massive size maps. So I hope that's been helpful. That was the real big one that I was building up to. You can probably see now why it took me so long to figure out how to do. Hopefully the stopping and starting wasn't too bad. I really hope everyone can follow along and make sense of that. That about wraps it up. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions. I will be uploading it this weekend. I'm not going to wait until next week to do it. You've waited long enough for this. The least I can do is upload it sooner. I'll try to answer any questions you've got. It's just been a while since I've made a map like this. So take what you've learned, enjoy, and go crazy, and I'll see you in the future for another video. Take care.